Ever since Lapata Ladies came out on Netflix, everyone has been talking about this film. See, if I put it in simple words, it's a very heartwarming film, and the characters of the film feel very relatable. Kian Rao's filmmaking style is also quite unique, because she hasn't followed any mainstream tropes in this film. But what is it about this film that everyone seems to be loving it? Let me tell you, and in this video, we will tell you that why Lapata Ladies is a great film, and why is everyone connecting with this film. It's going to be a very interesting video, so make sure you watch it till the end. The first reason is simple storytelling without being preachy. Lapata Ladies' approach to storytelling has been kept very simple. You start connecting with the world of the film from the very first scene. You also get to see a social commentary in the film's story, but its approach has never been kept preachy. So you have to understand that if you find a film simple and realistic, then it takes a lot of hard work on that too. Because with superficial things or melodrama, the film can be uplifted. But if you want to make the film entertaining while keeping it simple, then there is an even bigger challenge in it. Similarly, I had the same problem with Rajkumar and Ayushman's films. All their films were based on social issues. Their templates were almost the same. Their films had a social issue. There was comedy in between. The rest of the society was shown to be ignorant, and in the end, there was a monologue that would fix everything. At one point, I really liked these films, but we made these films again and overburdened the narrative of small-town issues. With Lapata Ladies, we can say that this genre has been revived, because the film doesn't talk about any particular social issue, but it still becomes a mirror of our society. And all these things are shown in a very simplistic way in the film. Now, the next reason is new actors. The most refreshing aspect of the film was the casting. All the leading actors are relatively new age actors. So basically, I am emphasizing this point because what happens is that when popular actors act in films, you already know how they will speak the dialogue or how they will talk in front of the camera. So, the experience of watching these actors becomes a little predictable as an audience. Looking at Lapata Ladies' cast, I got a lot of curiosity. Spersh Srivastava as Deepak, Pratibha Ratna as Jaya, Nitanshi Goyal as Fool. All of them have given very strong performances. Looking at their performances, it never feels like they are acting out of the film's world. So, while watching the film, we get a new perspective of the acting range of all these actors. Also, kudos to Ravi Kishan's character. What an acting, what a writing of that character. Definitely, that character uplifted the film. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is feminism. I have noticed that we are finally talking about gender politics in our films. That is great. But the problem here is that we are hyper and loud in our mainstream films. Lapata Ladies can also be seen as a feminist film. And especially, this film can be shown to every segment of the audience. Kian Rao also said in an interview that he wants to show this film to all the audience of Doordarshan. All the issues shown in the film are not sugar-coated for the audience. The film never tries to impose its morals on the audience. That if this has happened, then this should happen in its return. Rather, the film addresses the issues of society through the conflicts of its characters. It's simple that this film doesn't try to make you a better person, but it definitely makes you realize how we can ideally think in some situations. I also like the fact that we can try to explain an important subject like feminism to the rural audience through this film. Modern-day feminist films can never target that segment. That is why, in some way or another, those films seem superficial. That's why, in my opinion, the feminist commentary of Lapata Ladies is very relevant. Another important reason to connect with this film is nostalgia. The film shows the story of the early 2000s, and I think this 2000s era is still relevant. The way Nokia's phone is shown in the film, we all have seen that phone somewhere or the other. So if you remember, there was a cultural shift in 2000s due to that phone. Apart from that, the train journeys, village weddings, simple-looking people, greenery. I don't know if all of you have felt these things or not, but I have experienced all these things in my childhood. So I also felt a lot of nostalgia while watching the film. that's why the audience of this film is not of a specific age group. This film can be shown to every age group. That is why Lapata Ladies can also become a nostalgia trip for a lot of people. Alright, let's end the video. This was my opinion as to why Lapata Ladies is being liked so much. You also tell me in the comments what you liked about the film. We read everyone's comments, so do drop your comments. Alright then, I'll see you next week with a new video.